little bit on us. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna fire up TradingView right now and see it from there. Let me just do exactly that. So if I share my screen, da, 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 let me just do this, and then we have this. Yep. Yeah, we are still puking, guys. I don't know what I expected when I was first, you know, showcasing this to you. Unfortunately, I think we are still expecting. You know the the lesson that you learn after being in crypto for a while is that prices can come down much faster than prices can go up. And it might feel psychologically to you that this price went up so slowly, so of course it's going to take some time when it comes down. Yeah, ask anybody who was around during the time of Luna. It did not end up like that. It was not like that at all. In fact, we had a lot of people who were bidding it at negative 99%, and they still went down 99%. So, prices can always go lower. Not saying that that will happen to Bitcoin, of course. Please, that would be disastrous for the industry. No more such news for the welfare of our familia. So, we shall not think of it like that, please. Thank you very much. Now, moving on to the things that actually matter. First of all, if I look disheveled right now, okay, there's a reason for that. If I look disheveled right now, it's because I went to a friend's sister's wedding yesterday night and I slept very, very late. In fact, I've woken up like 30 minutes ago, as you can probably tell from my face. It was a really good wedding altogether. I really enjoyed. And you know what's really funny? I actually ate a lot of food that I don't usually eat. I mean, I'm not eating on this like whole fitness journey, but I did not gain any weight, which was very weird for me. I definitely thought I overate. My stomach was aching with how much food I had eaten. So you can imagine that. And it's also very funny that your stomach is actually pretty adaptive. Like I've been eating less food for a while now, so if I tried to eat more than that, which I did yesterday, it just started aching as if like it was about to burst. And I'm like, bro, you like 4 months ago, you could devour 3 times this amount of food. And now you're just taking it like going a little bit beyond your quote unquote 100%. That's a little bit weird, but that just shows you how adaptable the human body can be, really. So, what we're going to do is we are going to look at a couple of different projects. So, we've got, let me just showcase one by one. We've got Tipnearn, we've got Titles XYZ, we've got Zora, of course, we've got Clicker, and we've got Dmail AI. Okay, so we're going to start one by one. First of all, we're going to go to Tip and Earn. Turning likes into money since April 2025. Is this like noise agent? Like we just like reviewed? So yeah, Tipen has always been on chain and it's officially powered by on-chain Inc. company going oink. Huh? What? This dual token model always confuses me. So I don't know exactly what the relationship is here, but guys, just like a word to the wise, okay, if you ever want to do this, um, if you are launching two tokens or if there are two organizations in your flywheel and they each have a token, please make sure that whatever utility they have or whatever relationship they have with each other is pretty fucking clear, because it's often not clear and it's just confusing, especially for the holders as to like which ones are they supposed to just hold and forget. Always tell people which token you want them to hold and forget, because otherwise it just creates like a very weird narrative in the market. And let me just showcase a couple of other things as well. In fact, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go away from the stream for like 6 or 7 minutes, just like comb my hair a little bit, because I really do look disheveled, man, and I didn't want to like delay the live stream, but now that I'm here, I'm getting the thought that I should probably uh, do something which is nice. So that's what we are going to do. Uh, I'm going to be like, we will be right back. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Just stay tuned. Okay. Just coming back in a while. GG, we are so back. Sorry, guys, I took some time, but we are back. Yep, I think everything seems to be working fine. Okay, turning likes into money since April 2025. Yeah, this speaks a bit to me like noise agent, like the tipping noise agent. So we're gonna see how it works out. Is this only on Farcaster? I mean, it's basically like you like a tweet to give a tip to anyone. I think. Confirm. Bro, I have no idea why it just keeps telling me this that my wallet is not connected. Set up wallet on your mobile. Like, the fuck? Install the extension on your browser. What extent? Is there like a Farcaster browser extension? What? It makes no sense to me, by the way, but okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use it on my phone, guys. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna use this on my phone and showcase it to you guys as to like how it looks at the end of the day. Perfect. So let me just fire it up. I will forecaster, mini apps, tippin. And let me just also switch off the color filters so that you guys can see the actual colors. I'm the nerd who basically always keeps his colors off. Approve, approve USDC to enable. What do you mean approve? So you see, it says like right here, approve USDC to enable, like right here, it says that. But the problem is, it's not asking me to approve anything right now. So yeah, set a tip for budget for your likes if the budget is usually typically. Okay, so this part, like this budget part, I think this you have to do first. Yes, this is what I had to do first. So what you had to do was basically tell this to me a little bit ahead of time. Like probably that should be the one that is highlighted. It's currently grayed out, like this option. Oh, I am back now, so I can probably change this banner. Follow. Yeah. So confirm. Just confirmed it. Approved. Okay, good. I think Parrot should also have something similar, where it's just like pre-approved, like a limited budget. I don't know if they already do, but yeah. Tip in earn tips from likes. Sky. What is Sky and what is Oinik? Oink oink. Sorry, sorry guys. Okay, I liked this tweet, which is basically from uh, Dan Romero on Jesse's token launching. But what? Oh, holy shit! That was fast. That was fast, bro. Where can I see who all have I tipped? Can I see this in like the history or something? Hmm. They should tell you like where can you see this information? Because honestly, like right now they're not showing it. Something is not adding up. The amount that is here is different from the amount that is here. And I think that's more of like a forecaster thing. Or maybe, I don't know. Like I don't think I have like 10.94. Yeah, it doesn't look like to me. Who knows? Maybe I'm the one who's being a retard here. But I want to see if Tippin actually sent something on my behalf. How do I see the history of like who I've sent money to? I think that's what I really want to know. Yeah, man, it's basically not helping out here. Like I know it's supposed to work, but I don't know if it's working. So that's what's happening. What are affinity tokens? Okay, okay, wait. It did happen. It did happen. It happened a little bit slowly, but it did happen. Wait, look. It did happen in the wallet itself. You could see it. You can see like I've sent USDC to like two people. Wow, that shit's crazy. I gotta be more mindful of what I like now. But what if I like on base app? Would it still work there? That's what I want to know. That's the thing. Because let me just try to see. Okay, I have now liked something on base app. Does Jesse receive a tip or not? I don't think so. Hmm. So this was interesting. Oh, oh, oh. Hold up, hold up. It does work, ladies and gentlemen. I think it does work. That shit is crazy. Wait, let me try to tip someone like completely random at this point, okay? Let me try to tip someone else. Um, hmm. Let me try to tip Tiffany. Okay, I don't know her at all. And what we're gonna do is we're trying to go and tip her. So I just liked it. Now I'm gonna rush back to my forecaster and see if it gets sent or something. The only thing I would say is that it takes a little bit more time than I would like for it to take. Like, if you remember, yes, it did send. It did send. You can see the notification right there. Holy shit. This is amazing, to be honest. I just no words whatsoever. Crazy, bro. Okay, but my only question is it's sending something to jesse.base.eth, then it's sending something to 0xb7da. Why does it keep sending something to 0xb7da? Who is 0xb7da? That's what I want to know. So we're gonna go that. Okay, it's like a tipping contract. Is this like a fees? Is it like the fees is like the same as how much I'm tipping? Or is it basically like 1 cent and I'm just the guy who's being a bitch about it and hence it's appearing the same to me? Let me try changing the amount once. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is now that we've changed the amount, I'm gonna go to base app. I'm going to like something from Jessie Fries, right? You may have seen her on the timeline. I'm just gonna press a like, rush back to Forecaster to see if it went through. And what I'm looking at is I want 0.022 have gone out, like out of the system. So I'm just waiting and let's see if it works somehow. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I think they need to work on the speed somehow. Yep. Yeah, I am completely right. So you can see 0.02 has gone from my account to Jesse Jeans, right? And 0.01, like 1 cent, still goes to the tipping contract. So the fees that they're charging is 0.01. I think this is something you can mention more openly, if you're going to charge any kind of fees, because I do not recall seeing this in the main stuff itself. Like, my whole point is that be more transparent, put information here somewhere that 1 cent is gonna go to the tipping contract itself. There's See, there is nothing wrong with charging a fees for a service that you're providing. I'm pretty sure if you are open about it, a lot of people are actually going to support you nonetheless. 1 cent is not that big of a deal. But me discovering a transaction in my wallet that I did not approve, that looks suspicious because it is going to a single source, a single wallet, that is going to send off a couple of red flags. And I want to figure out how has that happened. Because there have been a lot of cases in the industry where massive drains were, you can say, massive drains happened right after someone sent or took a very small amount of money, and the hacker noticed that okay, nobody is noticing this, and then they go in for a kill. So every time somebody sees like zero point 0.1 USDC or 1 USDC continuously going out, that sends off like a weird sense of alarm in your head, like, wait a second, who has access to my wallet, who's doing all of this, right? That's the immediate fear that comes in. So be a little bit more open about your fees, and honestly nobody would mind paying it, but me discovering it like that, it left a weird taste in my mouth, I have to be honest. Okay, so this is my honest to god feedback. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find the person who has built this. Compreni is the person who has built this. Let me try to see them. Hey man, how's it going? Can you show the fees of using Tippin on the main page itself? Was kind of weird to have 0.01 USDC going away unbeknownst to me. Anyway, that is about it from me. I really like this, to be honest. I would actually want this to be a thing for Twitter itself. And I would want Parrot.xyz to have this feature where you can decide like, okay, cross post, but only cross post like this set amount of money's worth of tweets, right? I think they already have that, and I was just too dumb to implement it. On top of that, I think noise agent also has like some tipping capability, or it had it in the past, because there are a lot of reviews on Ethos Network that talk about it like a tipping agent. My experience with noise agent has largely been, okay, you can launch stuff like as a launch pad, or you can basically get it to buy tokens on your behalf by like liking stuff on Twitter. So yeah, that's honestly about it, to be honest. But yeah, a tipping agent would be pretty cool. But everybody on Twitter does not have a wallet, so that's pretty messed up. So that's the reason this cannot be like a reality. Anyway, we are now going to move to titles, right? Mm, mm. Yeah, there we are. Titles. Imagine together. Okay, are you posting? Yes, you are posting. That's good on you, man. Good on you if you are posting in this economy. This is a studio for imagine. Bro, this is unreadable. I cannot read whatever this is saying. I don't know if this is on purpose, but I would much rather like this powered by AI models. I cannot read beyond this. Powered by AI models, artists, our tools help bring ideas to life, share with the community, and earn from your contributions. Okay, if I'm scrolling down, what happens? Discover inspiration through open process. Huh? Is this like AI specific art, but you get access to like all the prompts? No, this is like a. I think the concept is really cool because I would definitely. I know a lot of people who would be very interested in this idea of, oh my God, I have the behind the scenes edition of this piece of art. I know a lot of people who would be interested in that. It's just that because it is AI. I mean, look. Okay, if you are building anything that has anything to do with AI art, at first you have to convince people a little bit about the value of the AI art. Because there are a lot of people, me including, who believe at the end of the day that AI art is somehow inferior to art that is painted by hand or art that was painted with an iPad, for example, because it took a lot of effort. So maybe you can document that effort and show it up front so that people have an idea of, okay, this too is hard. It's not just as easy as me typing in a bunch of random letters into an LLM. You really have to be thoughtful about your prompt. And a couple of people have done so, where they showcase like a very realistic portrait, and then they showcase like, the prompt that they use. The problem is that that prompt too is like one or two paragraphs long. And not a lot of people are going to be able to respect that or hold that in the same regard as they do with offline art. That being said, if there is a way to somehow psychologically communicate that a lot of effort went into this, you can probably show how the LLM then worked to understand the sample or something. I'm pretty sure this would require some sort of like communication of engineering in an artistic way. Then probably you would be able to actually like drive more value towards your AI art platform. And I'm only saying this because I'm seeing a lot of them on base coming up. So if I go right here, get started, create together with 100,000 others. Okay, how do I do that? How do I get started? Okay, let me get started. I've been sold. Why? In this day and age, if you honestly do not have Rabi wallet, what are you doing? Why is there no Rabi wallet? Okay, I get it. I get it. You have, MetaMask and whatnot. And that too is like giving me this prompt for some reason. I have no idea why. Let me try like retry this. You have Wallet Connect, and then you have Ravi. Wow, wow, man, it's crazy. Let me just see if I can go ahead with base. Although I don't like doing this, but there's not much else to do now. This process can be made a little bit simpler, I think, and like it can be made a little bit similar to Forecaster, which is like, even if you like scan it, it just does it a little bit faster. I think this session keys kind of thing. This is a little bit slower. You logging in can be made a little bit faster. I don't know how exactly. I know that they've come out with like keys if you have like an abstracted wallet. Problem with that is that anybody who's created their wallet way before, um, it's not abstracted, so it's not that easy anymore. So yeah, I have no idea why it keeps saying coin waiting for Coinbase. It's there's literally nothing happening in there. So this is broken. These guys. Um, uh, Bruh, we're gonna try again. Please work. Please work. It just says you are connected and then it doesn't. Do you now see my point? Do you or do you know? Oh, wow. Brilliant. Wallet request timed out. Do you now see my point? Do you now understand why I'm such a big believer of your user flow just sucks? Because I cannot even sign in. I literally have all of the wallets required. I'm somebody who has been logging into websites for a really long time. All my life growing up, I've just been logging into websites. Ever since I've come into crypto, I'm pretty sure I've logged into hundreds, if not thousands, of apps. And what happens? This is such a common occurrence that where are you losing the user? This is where you're losing the user. You are not losing the user to a competition. You're losing the user to a bug in your own user flow, which is even worse because you're so much focused on outside world. What are others doing? Or, how can I improve? You're looking at the fancy new shining thing, whereas your own onboarding is flawed. Even a 1 second delay, a 1 millisecond delay. You know how finicky we are with our apps. If X does not load, I basically kill the app and I open it again. And Web 2 apps definitely do understand this. That is why this whole notion of, oh, this is Web 2 UX and this is Web 3 UX is just dumb. It's just UX. Human beings are the same. We all want faster loading apps that load very reliably, that show me what I want to see, that have the latest kind of content as soon as I swipe down, shows me something new every time I swipe down, and works even when the signal is a little bit spotty. None of this, or at least most of this, is absent from most crypto UXs right now. It's just not there. And unless we fix that, yeah, we're not going anywhere. You guys just see, you guys saw it with your own eyes. We're like, what can I say? So, I unfortunately, I cannot believe this that I'm not going to be able to use this because, like, it's, it's funny. It's funny, man. It's funny. Um, and if you have a privy integration, why on earth can I not sign up with an email? Okay, for all that I care, I'm very much against this idea of creation of different wallets. I understand that. I can see the downside of it. But then where is my create, like, login with an email? What's the point of connecting with Privy otherwise? So those are like two things that I think are like very low hanging fruits. You should definitely implement them. I cannot even try you out without running into this kind of trouble. Moving on to Zora. Now, Zora is, of course, the poster child of Base in this point of time. I think they are very similar to a lot of different apps that we've just seen, right? Like, there are a lot of different applications that we were seeing, like yesterday, the day before yesterday, who had the same idea as Zora. And I think what that teaches you is oftentimes you do not have to differentiate yourself on the end outcome or on the goal. You can just differentiate yourself on the execution, which means is if you can outlast the competition and build in public with a lot of zeal, you are going to get the support you need, either from your community members or from the chain that you're building on top of. And I'm saying this because I saw this conversation come up yesterday about Base not supporting its builders. I think if you've been along around enough, I think if you've been around long enough, then you know that if you survive long enough, Base will eventually spot you. And you also have to be seen as somebody who's at least trying to swim. We do not care if you are a professional Olympic level swimmer. We also do not care if you are wearing a life jacket or not. But at least you should be trying to swim. Should not have given up and just like floating on the waves, waiting for base to salvage you. That's basically not how base is going to work. I don't think that's how any chain team is ever going to work, ever whatsoever. I've worked in a chain team myself, so I know this very, very well. You will always be detested because you will always be looked upon as a freeholder. Don't be a freeholder. I know it's crypto. People have wild expectations, but just it's just It's so obvious. Coming back right here, we've got Zora. Now, Zora is not like free from flaws, by the way. I have my own sets of problems with Zora. I think this time I should probably log in. Wait, how did I log in the last time? I think I've logged in via email, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go. But see, they have the email stuff, so that is really cool. There you go. We logged in. All right, all right, all right. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Balance is now more real. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Guys, I just want to go live. Oh, now I can. GG. I'm not gonna go live in front of you guys right now, but yeah. Anyway, we have this. This is basically Zora stars. Like, you can basically see all of the people who are into like who are like popular on the app. You can like trade their stuff. So you're basically here. There are different ones. You can see all the people who are live right now. Oh Jesus, they have the same problem. It's crazy to me. Like dude, I fucking predicted this. What the fuck? Can you do you now see the point? Do you now see why I said live streaming? There's just one problem to solve: distribution. And I know again, Cash 22 problem. Same argument that you had with Base, which was is Base supposed to get me my users? Well, long answer short is no. They're not supposed to get your users, but it should have its own users at least. Otherwise, you're just playing in a playground that has no other people in it, right? So there needs to be like all all live streaming apps need to crack this puzzle themselves, like purely themselves. Like how do we get more people on board? Den.show has done something smart, which is that they got Medusa onto the streaming thing, which is a very smart strategy. Like what they're going to do is that they're going to invite people from they're going to like get people who are like somewhat popular on Twitter and get them a show for themselves. And if they can do that with enough number of people, I think if somebody can make like a reach network but only for streamers, that's also a very good business idea, by the way. um it's fucking amazing, to be honest. Anyway, we see this, nobody is like, only these people are live. No, but I think more people are live. No, only these people are live. Shit. Okay. I think it's because of the timing. Like it's night right now, right? So probably that. But okay, we will start streaming from tomorrow on Zora. Fingers crossed. But yeah, you can do like pretty random stuff here. Like if I come right here, I can like upload any kind of image. And what happens is that if I go to my profile, this is weird. I'm clicking on my stuff, but it's not taking me to my profile. That shouldn't happen, right? Oh yeah, now it worked. So there you go. You can see like I post a lot of stuff about myself. What does MC mean? I have no idea. I think it means like, oh, it's like market cap. Sorry guys. So you can see like I post like a lot of things, random stuff. I don't really care much about it because yeah, I mean, lol, I love this. Oh man, I find it hilariously cute. But yeah, so yeah, that's basically my account. By the way, I'm trying to like standardize all of my accounts in either 0x Adonis Cyril or Adonis Cyril. The reason behind that is because Adonis Cyril, for whatsoever reason, was taken up on Instagram, so I couldn't have Adonis Cyril there. Had to make it 0x Adonis Cyril. Same thing happened with my link tree, by the way. Adonis Cyril was taken up by like a former account that I do no longer have access to, so I had to go with 0x Adonis Cyril. It's weird, I know. So now we have this. I mean, Zora is pretty awesome, pretty chill. I don't think there's anything. I think they would, what Zora reminds me of? Zora reminds me of early days Apple, not in the sense that, they're going to be the next big Apple or something like that. That's not what I mean. What I mean is they're the kind of guys that would delay a feature almost twice as long or thrice as long, um, just to get it right. Like live streaming was supposed to go live a couple of weeks ago, but they rolled it out only to a select few people, and then they kept rolling it out slowly and slowly to people on the wait list. That's how they're working. And honestly, like, it's a approach. It's not necessarily an approach I'm very good at myself because I'm very impatient, but it's an approach. And a lot of people are like that. It's the reverse of mine. Mine approach is just like volume, 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 because I don't consider myself to be that creative that I can just like, you know, one day sit in a empty room and come up with a genius idea, unfortunately. But some people are like that, and probably Zora co-founders are like that. Like, they just decided, you know what, we're gonna get this right, and then we're gonna roll it out to the public. Maybe a lot of you cannot actually live stream on Zora, and I was just on the wait list and I got access for it. So maybe, who knows. uh Now what we're going to do is we are going to, oh, by the way, like, of course you have your own creator coin right here. Again, comes to the same picture, or like the same idea that I had of creator coin dilemma. There's like a lot of fragmentation. I have a coin on retake, I have a coin here, I have a coin on Farcaster or Basap or one of those two. There's like so many creator coins everywhere, not a buyer to have, right? It's that kind of a situation. uh yeah. Now, you can buy posts themselves. I think this is like very similar to like a couple of platforms we have covered in the past. It's just that, they've pushed for it the most in some sense. The next one that we had was unfortunately something that requires me to probably download it on my phone for some reason, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, don't build mobile first interfaces to then just kick out the idea of web altogether. I'm not a big fan of that, if I have to be honest. I like it when I can decide whether I want to pursue this on my laptop or on my phone. So yeah, download base, these are all traders, by the way, that you have. The why. Okay, this looks a lot like FOMO slash share it, share.xyz, sorry. It's time to know the reason why. So the story, it's called the trade comment. Bro, this is actually very similar to vector.fun. Um, yeah, this is very similar to vector. Very similar to what we saw with FOMO. It's kind of funny how like the world is now slowly pivoting to, you know, just ideas behind a trade. Trade comment network. Okay. Okay, so let's try. Okay, let me see the leaderboard first. Huh? Leaderboard? Okay, probably we are already on the leaderboard. Bro, how is Frank Degards at the top? I've no. Bro, the fuck? How is Frank Degards that much on the top, dude? That is crazy. Are you guys seeing this? It makes no sense whatsoever. I have no idea how. Wait, I think for some reason it was not showing properly on the stream. Let me just try and like showcase it again. Yeah, this is what I was trying to showcase you guys. How's Frank Degarde so much at the top? Like, genuinely, how is Frank Degarde's ranking so much in the top? It's almost like what, 3x of the second guy? Is he really that good of a trader? I think they should do like a base specific trading challenge where Frank Degarde's trades live. That would be really hella interesting. I love how their manifesto is like very simple. I appreciate websites that are built like this, by the way. Who's doing well here? Okay, they need more people from crypto Twitter. That's for sure. That's for sure they need more people. Very few people here that I recognize. And there are a lot of good traders there. So I think some acquisition needs to happen of popular people. That's going to be like a game changer for them, to be honest. Do I want to download the app? Okay, you know what? We're going to download the app, but then we are going to check out Dmail like tomorrow because I think it's going to take up all of the time. Okay. So we're going to download Clicker and we're going to see the onboarding real time, like how fast it happens. So you guys are again stuck with my face for some time. Sorry, but gotta do it. Yep. Okay. Are you guys ready? Let's go. App Store. Then we go to Clicker, right? Clicker. Not ranked. Not ranked, guys. These things. These things matter. Ooh, not good. There's a very specific one that I've now copied the link from their website and now going there. Yep, Daylight Studios. This is the one. At this point, I don't know how Apple ranks work, but honestly, if you have a mobile app that is on the App Store or on the Play Store, I highly recommend having something in your user journey that makes people or incentivizes them to upvote you in such a way that you show up higher in the rankings. I think this should be pretty obvious. But if I look you up organically on the App Store and I cannot even find you, it's a little bit difficult for me to recommend you guys to someone else who I may meet in a conference and they don't necessarily have their phone with them, or I have my phone with them, or maybe I'm just eating with my hands at dirty. I just want to be able to say, just look up Clicker on the App Store and you will find it. It's something very simple. I don't know how rankings work necessarily on Play Store or App Store, or if like reviews have any shot or any value when it comes to driving something at the top. But if you can, that would be really, really cool. Okay, so I'm now opening it up for the first time. Click, comment, copy. Nice. Enter your email. Okay. I think it should also give me the option to sign in with a Google account. Send code. Done. Get alpha from trade comments. Okay. Get alpha from trade comments. Trade in any other app, then comment here and clicker. Bro, this is just like share.xyz. Holy shit. Earn when you are copied and get ranked on the leaderboard. It is so weird, but okay. Uh, Adding your social accounts makes it easier to get discovered. You can see it like here, right? Like, so you can add forecaster and X. Let's try X for now. Let's see how fast this happens. So we go to X, authorize app. Okay, I was logged into X, so this was like smooth as fuck. Loved it. Uh, don't allow to send notifications just yet. Only for active traders. You can access Clicker if you are an active trader or if you have a referral code. What? I cannot use this right now? I don't know if I have a trading address. This is just weird. Look, look. I have a very simple point, okay? I have a very simple point. Listen to me. Let's assume I am an active trader, but I am an active trader who trades on my laptop. How am I supposed to link my wallet from my Safari browser right now, by the way, to a wallet that I've kept for trading perhaps? And then perhaps trade only with that wallet because I'm good at risk management. I know not a lot of people are good with risk management, but I just so happen to be. And I have it on my Brave browser, let's just assume. Now, if I select Ethereum and I click connect, why is it giving me this? What is this? How am I supposed to connect this to this without importing it here? If I click browser wallet, look, nothing happens if I click browser wallet. And if I hit wallet connect, let's assume that I hit wallet connect, okay? Maybe I used Rabi, who knows, right? Hold up. These options don't load. And now they load. And I go down, I search for Rabi. Literally one of the most popular apps is not even here. But okay, you know what? It's okay. We give them the benefit. Let me say MetaMask. Okay? MetaMask gives me this error. Safari cannot open the page because the address is invalid. Okay. I come back. Maybe, you know what? Fuck all of this. I'll just link my Phantom. And then it proceeds to open Phantom, but it proceeds to open it on my phone. Not on the actual wallet that I would have had there on my browser. Why do you not have a browser version of this app in that case? Simple. Simple thinking. You could have just you could have just said, like, when people come to your website, you could have just made them connect their wallet there to see if they're eligible before making them download the app. Why? Why are you doing this to your own audience? Another day of me not being surprised by crypto UX. This is Why would you do this? It makes no sense. You're losing your customers, okay? Whatever I'm saying right now may be coming off as a little bit harsh, but I just want to be honest with you. You're losing stuff, bro. You're honestly just losing stuff. You're not I'm not going to check out Clicker now because I had like a very weird experience. You really Protocols in crypto have such a skewed expectation of how much they can get a user to do that by the end of their onboarding, the only person who has stuck around long enough is an airdrop farmer, because the UX sucked so much. The onboarding was so complicated for an average user, even for a DApp explorer like me, that if I do not have financial incentives and I'm not down bad in my life, I'm not going to check out that app because it's just hard for me to get into. And it's not even a case of that there are no examples of good UX. Look at FOMO. Even Share, for example, is decent with this. I could onboard into Share easily. Of course, I had my own gripes with their onboarding, which I've communicated to like the founder. But that's not the point. The point is that there are a lot of apps outside of this sector that are doing pretty fucking well when it comes to onboarding. You've got Farcaster, smooth off onboarding, very nice, no no problem whatsoever. You've got wallets. I think like more crypto apps should just need to learn from wallets, because wallets probably have the highest stakes when it comes to onboarding a new user, because once you actually begin using a wallet, it's a very sticky business. You don't lose out your core business that often if you're a wallet. You just have to acquire your people once and then not piss them off. That's it. A lot of people still use MetaMask for that same reason. That should probably tell you that one of the most sticky businesses in crypto right now is the wallet that you use. Just model it after them. How is it that hard? So it makes no sense for me, man. To be honest, my mood is a little bit off after that recent experience. I think I'm probably like ranting at this point. But You get it, right? Like I'm just somebody who's like really passionate about helping and just doing the obvious stuff. So, and my whole take is like I've seen the other side of this picture as well, which is like, a lot of people come for like marketing support and support from KOLs or support from like chain companies or support from this investor or that investor and support from this accelerator or that venture or this community or those NFT collections. But the honest to God part is your app sucks. Your app sucks, and the faster you accept it, the faster you can fix it. Nobody is saying your app sucks and you're doomed. Nobody is saying that. Everybody is saying your onboarding sucks. Just improve it a little bit. We'd be more than happy to help you. We'd be more than happy to use you. There's always a market for a crypto app that has good UI UX. I have a very bold statement to make on this. I think if you just have good UI UX, you're halfway there to your PMF. You just want to build something in the ballpark of what people want, and that's it. You don't even have to hit the mark on a bullseye. It just so happens to be like, somewhat good enough. And I think this new mindset in crypto, or this prolific mindset now in crypto, which is that, oh, you can have bad UX, but as long as you build something that people want, they'll come anyway. I think this is going to be very damaging to like the next wave of builders, because they're going to look at Pump Fun and they're going to say, ha, it looks like it was designed by a 7-year old. Have you have you tried launching a token on Pump Fun? It's actually pretty good UI UX. It's not bad. Probably as a user you may think, oh my god, everything is moving, there's like so many coins coming at me. But as somebody who actually wants to use the platform for what it is, if you have it clear in your mind, like what you want to do, it's never confusing. You're never confused by Pump Fun. You may be overwhelmed by it, sure, but it doesn't make you go to like 15 random places to do something. If you want to understand what a bonding curve is, it just explains it to you in a pop-up. It doesn't like redirect you to a YouTube video and then have you come back, complete a quiz, and then allow you to launch your token. It does not do that. I know that because I've tried launching my own. So all successful crypto companies have good UI UX, because even the dumbest of people like me can figure out how to use them. So please make your products dumb proof. As simple as that. I don't think there's like any argument to be have on this. Anyway, man, that's all from my end. Yeah, phew. I'm just gonna go and cool off a little bit. All right, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much for sticking out to the stream. You could have chosen to spend your time anyway. You chose to spend it here. I appreciate that. That being said, tomorrow let me try to actually stream on Zora as well. Like I'll see how to make it work.